New Hampshire is known as the Granite State, and despite its relatively small size, it's packed with a huge variety of things to do, see, and eat. It has 18 miles of coastline, quaint towns, and vast areas of open wilderness. It has all the winter sports you could want, as well as museums and restaurants that will make your time there an incredible experience. So, join Viewcation as we tell you about the best things to do in New Hampshire. Climb or drive Mount Washington. Mount Washington is not just a notable New Hampshire attraction. This intense natural landmark is a spot known throughout New England, and it attracts people from all over the country. It's just one of many peaks in the giant White Mountain Range and sits within Mount Washington State Park. It's also the tallest peak in North America. One of the wildest parts about Mount Washington is its intense weather, which can be as unpredictable as it is wild. It's known to get wind speeds of more than 230 miles per hour. That means the hike to the top can be challenging, but for avid hikers and generally adventurous people, it's an amazing opportunity. But what's great is you don't need to be an expert hiker to experience the peak of Mount Washington. The mountain has a paved road all the way to the top you can drive up. And there's even a third way to get up, a mountain climbing cog railway. You can ride in its biodiesel-fueled cars to the top of the mountain. Plus, during the winter months, you can book a snow coach for a snowy adventure up the mountain. Regardless of how you get to the top of Mount Washington, you'll be treated with incredible 360-degree panoramic views of the surrounding area. Lost River Gorge and Boulder Caves. The Lost River Gorge is another aspect of New Hampshire's incredible natural scenery. There's a gorge trail that takes you on a 1-mile loop around, including more than 1,000 stairs. Of course, it's still New Hampshire, so the weather is slightly unpredictable. Therefore, always bring sturdy shoes for hiking and some clothing options as well. During the gorgeous hike, you'll get views of Lost River and a variety of waterfalls throughout. For some people, that might be enough, but those looking for a little more adventure, and provided they are on the slimmer side, we recommend going into the Boulder Caves. There's one that's a particularly tight squeeze, and it's appropriately called Lemon Squeezer, though there are a total of 11 Boulder Caves along the way, so if that one feels too challenging, you can probably find another that's to your liking. And if not, you can bypass all of them. Before we tell you more about the best things to do in New Hampshire, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Visit Portsmouth. Portsmouth, New Hampshire is located on the banks of the Piscataqua River. And if you're looking for a place that'll let you travel back a couple centuries and imagine what life in early New England was like, this is the place for you. It has a ton of houses that date back to the 16 and 1700s, as well as other colonial-era structures throughout the town. You can take the Portsmouth Harbor Trail through town, as it links up 70 of the historical attractions. There are several colonial homes that tourists can go inside to get a closer look at what life might have looked like a couple hundred years ago. Another great option is to go on a 2-hour bike tour through town. One of the top ones is the Best of Portsmouth and Newcastle Island Sightseeing Tour. It'll take you to many of the houses along the Harbor Trail, as well as many other interesting spots in the city. Portsmouth boasts several fun and educational attractions you shouldn't miss. One of these is the USS Albacore, which any fans of all things nautical should check out. Then there's the informative Black Heritage Trail, which examines the many contributions of African Americans to New Hampshire's history. A little less on the education side is the Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff. It's an oddball collection of items that guys might have had in the 1960s. That's something you don't see too often. Finally, we recommend capping off your day in Portsmouth by heading to the Earth Eagle Brewings for some craft beer and live performances. Castle in the Clouds. The Castle in the Clouds is the nickname given to a mansion known as the Lucknow Estate. It overlooks the gorgeous Lake Winnipesaukee. It's another great way to travel back in time and see architecture, arts, and crafts from days of yore. You can drive to the edge of the property, which provides incredible scenery on the way. Then your journey continues from the edge of the property up to the Castle in the Clouds on a trolley. Once there, you'll be wowed by the architecture of the home, as well as its many handcrafted components. The Lucknow Estate is fully furnished with antique pieces from years past. It also has an art gallery inside that rotates pieces throughout the year. And while you're visiting, take a load off and eat at the Carriage House restaurant. Afterwards, you can walk off the meal by venturing around the many trails on the property. Hit the slopes in North Conway. As you might expect, people in New Hampshire love skiing, and people from all over love heading to New Hampshire to ski as well. North Conway is a premier place to visit to hit the slopes, as it's one of the oldest ski areas in the U.S. Cranmore Mountain Resort is the biggest draw, and it provides incredible skiing to go along with amazing views of the New Hampshire wilderness. And while it's one of the oldest skiing areas in the country, it hasn't stopped from modernizing to keep up with the times. For starters, it has ski lifts that are sleek, fast, and state-of-the-art, and it keeps the trails well-groomed. You'll enjoy the ski village at the base, where you can enjoy post-skiing drinks and food. And like any good ski town, it has all the winter-based shopping options you could ask for. Santa's Village. If you find yourself in the area of Jefferson, New Hampshire, you can check out this hugely popular amusement park. And we're not just saying that. Santa's Village has been the top-rated amusement park in New England for the past 7 years on TripAdvisor. And it's also been named one of the top 25 in the country. So they know what they're doing at Santa's Village. As you can imagine, the park is Santa Claus and Christmas themed, but that doesn't mean it's only a December treat. The rides are open all year round, so you can get some Christmas cheer anytime you visit, not to mention your fill of adventure and excitement on one of its many incredible rides. It's been open for more than 7 decades, and it'll make your trip to New Hampshire fun and memorable. Mountain View Grand Resort and Spa. For those looking for a bit of pampering and high-class vacationing, the Mountain View Grand Resort and Spa is just what you're looking for. It's smack dab in the middle of the gorgeous White Mountains, and a stay there can be a little bit of everything. For starters, you can relax and just check out the beautiful scenery, or lounge by the indoor or outdoor pool. You can also take advantage of the resort's many activities. They have a 9-hole golf course you can jump on, yoga classes, wine tastings, and tennis courts. They also have a movie theater, bocce courts, a disc golf course, and an area to try axe throwing. And that's all without ever leaving the resort. Of course, if you do venture out into the White Mountains, you'll get access to an area that has amazing hiking, snowmobiling, skiing, dog sledding, and much more. Check out a local festival. You could easily bop around New Hampshire and hit up one of the many festivals going on year-round. The New Hampshire Film Festival in Portsmouth gives you a little taste of Hollywood, but nestled in a rustic New England town. There's also the Exeter UFO Festival, which has been going on since 2009. It celebrates the tale of odd sightings in Exeter in 1965. And while that's why it started, it now attracts people from all over the country looking for some fun and curiosity about everything UFO. Another festival you might love is the Goffstown Giant Pumpkin Regatta. As you might imagine, this festival celebrates pumpkins large and small. People from all over the area come to marvel at each other's carved pumpkins before sending them on boats down a river. It's certainly quite the sight. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorite things to do in New Hampshire? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.